Hey guys, welcome to this week's market view video, and we are going to discuss about Nifty and Bank Nifty together with some comparison with the global indexes. Now before I jump into the technical details, you guys need to remember that next week we also have a lot of fundamental events. We're going to have decisions on the US stimulus deal, whether it's coming off as a deal or no deal. So that might impact the US market, and that might subsequently hit a wave through the global indexes as well. Apart from that, US also have the next quarter GDP early numbers will be coming on next week, and next to next week we will have the mega event of US elections as well. So all these fundamental things are coming up in next 2 weeks, so keep that in mind. Now going back to the technicals, first let's start with the comparison where we stand based on the global indexes. So we have seen that European countries mostly are underperforming, and it was actually quite a below 52 weeks high below, and even it is some of the indexes are down from the 50-day simple moving average at the same time. On the other hand, emerging market, especially Asian market, India, China and Japan, um, they were having a little bit better situations where they're slightly lower on from the 52 weeks high, and in comparison with US indexes of Dow Jones and S&P 500, they are equally on average they are equally down from the 52 weeks high. And also if we talk about 50 days simple moving average, mostly those are near 1% on average, most of the indexes, except Indian indexes Nifty and Sensex, both are quite a bit higher from the 50-day simple moving average. Okay, so one of the reasons why emerging market may be outperforming compared to like some of the developed market in the European indexes, that could be because of the second wave in the European countries for the COVID, and also US has a risk of going into the elections, and there's a unexpected outcome risk is there. So it's possible the global investor are trying to diversify their investment by putting more money into the some of the emerging indexes. Now that being said, let's go back to the chart and let's look at the Nifty. So I have right now a Nifty hourly chart open, which is we have been seeing that there has been a volatile sessions has been continued for a while, and then after some of the volatile days in last few weeks, we have seen price has been going into a narrow range right now. And just looking at the chart, it could be a forming some sort of cup and handle pattern, which can confirm after breakout above 11,960 or 11,970 above. This breakout can confirm. Apart from that, the similar angle is also there in the some of the other indexes. So if I go to the daily time frame, and if we see in the Nasdaq's ETF, and if we see this, there is also a similar to cup handle pattern that can give a breakout on a strong in after a strong green candle appears. So all of indexes are been consolidating downward slowly, and then so it has been consolidating downward, or it is in the consolidating in the range. For example, for Dow Jones, it has been consolidating inside the range, and for Nifty it has been volatile, and it was going up and down for a while, and but overall it maintained a range. On the other hand, Nasdaq ETF, if you see this is consolidating in the downward pattern, and it will need to give a breakout above the trend line. The setup is looking good for the bulls if it able to give a breakout, and then follow up from that can make a short and a sharp rally from here above this resistance. So that's the angle for Nifty. So if we see any positive fundamental triggers or price actions able to sustain above this resistance level, we may see a upward movement, and which can break out the previous high and go further upward. So same goes for Bank Nifty, and surprisingly, one thing about Bank Nifty was Bank Nifty has been strong last few days trading sessions. Bank Nifty has been stronger than it was before. So right now, if you look into hourly chart, it's forming a symmetrical consolidation, which may look like a symmetrical triangle or a pennant type of pattern from a sharp move following a triangle pattern. So if it also gives a breakout above this particular high, then it can continue further at least towards this level. Okay, so this depth you see on chart, this is the potential that it can go on a fresh breakout from here. So this is approximately 1000 points, which basically means if it gives a breakout from here, it can move towards 25 625 700 levels. So this is a potential there in the Bank Nifty as well, depending on the whether it's able to break out and then give a follow up from here. It can move towards quite a big range. On the other hand, Dow Jones, let's go to check the future chart instead. So it has been consolidating in the bigger range, but lately last few days it has been entire week it has been in the bottom side of the range, and between the supply and demand it's moving around. So that is because of the main reason of this being is the indecision coming from the stimulus deal that has been in talk, and there has been no outcome from that, and hopefully next week we'll be seeing some outcome and it will give a break from either side, and depending on that we can look for our opportunity in our short term trading as well. So I think that will be all for today's market view. Thank you for your patience, and please hit the like button, subscribe and comment.